Welcome to English Focus. Improve your practical English with interesting and engaging character stories.
Hi everyone, I'm Eric. Nice to see you again. In today's episode, I will talk about my flight journey to France. I will cover two parts, at the airport and on the plane. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, check out the links in the description below for my college and job stories. Now, let's hear my story. For summer vacation this year, I decided to visit my family in France. I bought the plane ticket from the airline's website and started to pack my suitcases. On the day of my flight, I arranged for a taxi to pick me up. Before leaving my apartment, I made sure that I had my passport, then I locked my door and left. I arrived at the airport 2 hours before my flight. First, I looked for the flight information display system to find my flight check-in counter. Then, I proceeded to check-in counter number 7. The friendly airline staff checked my passport and ticket, weighed my luggage, and tagged it for the flight. She handed me my boarding pass and my carry-on bag. After that, I headed to the departure gate. At the security checkpoint, I placed my carry-on bag and personal items in the trays, removed my shoes, and walked through the metal detector. I was relieved when there was nothing wrong with me or my belongings. My flight was at 6 p.m. With some time before boarding, I decided to explore the airport. The airport was filled with people from all over the world, each with their own destination. I leisurely checked out most of the stores, then went into a souvenir shop and grabbed some items for my friends in France. I was a bit hungry, so I stopped by a cafe for a light snack. Finally, I arrived at Terminal 3. I made sure to arrive there 30 minutes before my flight departure time in case there were any changes. I found a seat in the waiting area. When the announcement for boarding came, I joined the line with my fellow passengers. The airline staff checked our boarding passes, and we began to board the plane. That's it for today. Don't forget to check out the rest of my journey on the plane in the video for part 2.
To help you understand Eric's speech better, let's delve into some interesting and useful vocabulary related to airports and flights, as well as some phrasal verbs, with simple definitions and examples. Flight Information Display System is a screen or set of screens that show flight details such as departure and arrival times, gate numbers, and flight status. Example: the flight information display system showed that our flight to Tokyo was delayed by an hour. To proceed is to move forward or continue a course of action. Example: after collecting my luggage, I proceeded to the customs area. Check-in is the process of registering at the airport before a flight, typically involving the receipt of a boarding pass and the handing over of luggage. Example: we checked in online the night before our flight to save time at the airport. Airline is a company that provides air transport services for traveling passengers. Example: the airline announced a new route from New York to Rome starting next month. Luggage is bags, suitcases, and other items used to carry belongings when traveling. Example: my luggage was heavy because I packed all my winter clothes for the trip. Tag is a label attached to something to provide identification or other information. Example: the airline attendant tagged my suitcase with a priority label. Boarding pass is a document provided by an airline during check-in, giving a passenger permission to enter the restricted area of an airport and to board the airplane for a particular flight. Example: I showed my boarding pass to the gate agent and walked onto the plane. Carry-on bag is a small bag or suitcase that a passenger can carry onto an airplane. Example: I packed my laptop and a book in my carry-on bag for the flight. Departure gate is the area in an airport where passengers wait before boarding their flight. Example, we waited at the departure gate for about an hour before our flight was ready to board. Security checkpoint is an area in an airport where passengers and their belongings are screened for security purposes. Example, the line at the security checkpoint was long, but it moved quickly. Metal detector is a device that detects the presence of metal objects, often used at security checkpoints. Example, I had to remove my belt and watch before walking through the metal detector. Relieved means feeling relaxed and happy because something difficult or unpleasant has been avoided or completed. Example, I was relieved when I found my lost wallet in my backpack. Boarding is the process of getting on an airplane. Example, the boarding process began with families and passengers needing special assistance. Destination is the place to which someone or something is going or being sent. Example, our final destination was a small village in the mountains. To check out is to examine or inspect something or someone, often to find out specific information. Example, I decided to check out the new restaurant that opened near my office. Terminal is a building at an airport where passengers transfer from ground transportation to the facilities that allow them to board airplanes. Example, we arrived at Terminal 4 for our international flight. Announcement is a public or formal statement made to inform people about something. Example, the announcement about the flight delay was made over the airport's loudspeaker system. We appreciate your engagement throughout this video. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, give a like, and click on notification, so you won't miss out on our new videos.